Dios te bendiga. Bienvenido al programa Yahvé TV. Hoy se abre el nuevo capítulo o el segundo capítulo de la serie Dios existe. Anteriormente, para hacer un recordatorio sobre lo que trataba el primer capítulo que nosotros habíamos visto, este primer capítulo trataba sobre la creación, ¿verdad? Sobre que las cosas no existieron al azar. ¿Por qué no cabe la posibilidad de que existió una mente suprema, existió un diseñador, existió un creador? De eso estábamos tratando en el primer capítulo. Hoy vamos a estar viendo en este segundo capítulo la parte de con qué propósito fueron creadas todas las cosas que hoy estamos viendo. No quiero hacer más preámbulos, quiero que disfrutes de este mini documental. No es largo, es corto, pero quiero que disfrutes, que reflexiones sobre todo lo que vas a ver en este documental, y que me dejes tus comentarios y me sigas, porque vamos a seguir tratando y estudiando conjuntamente sobre la existencia de Dios. Sin más, los dejo con este material audiovisual.
Did you know that we live in a perfectly calibrated universe? If just one of the hundreds of physical parameters that underpin the cosmos were to change slightly, life would not exist. That's not an exaggeration. It's physics. It's science. But how to explain such precision? Chance? Cosmic luck? Or evidence of design? The universe was tailor-made for life. Fundamental constants such as the force of gravity, electron charge, cosmology are finely tuned. Gravity is the fundamental force that keeps celestial bodies clustered and orbiting around a common center, the sun. If the Newton, the unit of measurement of the force of gravity, were to increase, the planets would collapse in on themselves. And if it decreased, they would not have formed. The same goes for the nuclear force, the expansion rate of the universe, the mass of the proton, even the energy level of carbon. Change just one of these values, and we would not exist. Who was behind all this design? How likely is it that all these constants line up by chance? Physicists have calculated some numbers such as the current standard model of cosmology, which uses the FLRW metric, includes the cosmological constant, which is measured on the order of 10 to the negative 52 meters squared. The fine-tuning of the initial density of the universe is 1 in 10 to the power of 123. That is more than all the atoms in the known universe. It's like shooting an arrow in the dark and hitting an atom-sized target on the first try. Scientists have not yet discovered how this cosmological constant originates. The quantum void, according to the findings of physics, is nothing more than a state full of energy and virtual particles that are in constant activity. The problem is that, according to calculations, the energy generated by the quantum void should be between 60 to 120 orders of magnitude greater than the value quantified by the observed expansion. However, there is still inconsistency in their results. This inconsistency has been called the largest discrepancy between theory and experiment in the history of science. Can we still call this event a random creation, even though science persists in discovering the planet and not its designer? Some scientists propose the multiverse as the idea that there are infinite universes with different laws and constants. However, the multiverse cannot be proven. It is a hypothetical concept. For some, the multiverse may allow life, but this concept in its essence assumes it cannot be proven. Instead, if we consider that there is a mind behind the whole design, it not only makes sense, it has purpose. The designed objects have characteristics in common: order, structure, function, and purpose. When we see a clock, we don't assume it assembled itself. When we see a bridge, we don't think it came about by wind and erosion. What about the universe? Doesn't it show even more sophisticated signs of design? If the cosmos is calibrated with such accuracy, shouldn't we consider the possibility that there is a designer, one who understood physics, chemistry, biology, and arranged them for a purpose? Science shows us the fine-tuning, but the Bible reveals who adjusted it. Psalm 19 verse 1 describes that the heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament declares the work of his hands. The universe is a work of art, an open letter signed by its author, a creator who not only made life possible, but made life meaningful. We live in a universe calibrated not only to exist, but to seek answers. The universe was tuned for you to discover it, but also in discovering it, you can find out who designed it. God is not an assumption. It is the most coherent and complete explanation of a universe full of purpose created for you.